I'd like to share with you an unbelievable story that I heard from Rabbi Per, Rosh HaYeshiva, Farakwa Yeshiva. He says that there was an Israeli soldier, not religious, who then at that time, on his few days off from the army, they gave him off from his commando unit, and he went home, and he heard that that night there was a rabbi in town that was given a class. So he figured, why not? He goes to the rabbi's class, he listens to the class, and he was very inspired. But the problem was, the next morning, they're shipping him right back to his commando unit. There's no way for him to be able to follow up with the rabbi. He never knew how sweet Judaism was. He grew up as a Chiloni 100%. So he turns to the rabbi at the end of the night and says, Rabbi, please, just give me one thing to start. One thing. Give me one little mitzvah, one little halacha, something. I can't walk out empty-handed. The rabbi tells him, you're going back to the army. I can't give you tefillin. I can't give you really anything. You're leaving in a few hours. I have no time to go out and buy it and come back. It's the middle of the night. All the stores are closed. This I can give you. The halacha states that when you wake up in the morning, you're supposed to put your right shoe on first, then your left shoe, and then you're supposed to tie your left shoe and then your right, respectively. It's a halacha. The soldier looked at him and said, really? There's halachot for how you tie your shoes in the morning? Wow! I didn't even have a clue that Judaism was so prati, so detailed. Okay, that I can do. In the morning when I wake up, I'll put my right shoe on first, then my left shoe, then I'll tie my left shoe, I'll tie my right shoe. At least I'm doing a halacha, a mitzvah every day. It's simple. I'm putting my shoes on anyways. And sure enough, for the next few weeks, every single morning, this soldier put on his shoes, his right shoe first, his right boot first actually, his left boot, tied him up, left and then right. And he did this every single day. One morning at 5 o'clock in the morning, the air raid siren went off. And they were running a surprise drill. And quickly, all the men, including himself, all the soldiers in his bunker, they jumped out of their beds as they were trained. Immediately, quickly, they got dressed, not knowing if this is real or if this is just a test. And as he's quickly getting dressed, he totally didn't realize. He threw his clothes on, he threw his shoes on, and he's running out the tent. Then he stops. He says, oh my gosh. The air raid is going off, but I didn't do my shoes right. But he doesn't know if it's an emergency or not. He doesn't know what to do with himself. He says, I'm going to do it. I told the rabbi I'm doing it. It's the tiniest little thing. Air raid or not, I got to do it. He turns around, runs back into his tent, goes, sits down on his bed, pulls his shoes off again, and puts them on the right way. The right foot first, left foot. Ties the left foot, then he ties the right foot. Quickly he jumps up. Now obviously he's behind everyone else. He's running outside. As he's running outside, he sees the helicopter that all the guys in his command platoon, his group, the helicopter took off. They didn't wait for him. He watched as the helicopter took off. He missed it. 20 minutes later he finds out. And this was a story that we all heard a few years back. 2 Israeli helicopters collided mid-air during a run, during an air raid run on a testing. Both helicopters came crashing down and everyone was killed. This soldier was the only survivor because of a pair of shoes that he ran back to redo again. Now how small is that? Putting on shoes in the morning, the way the halakha tells you to do. You think it's so small, but yet in Shamayim, it's that big. It's so big that it could actually do, and in this particular case, save someone's life.